I'm Alex Colley. I'm in the litigation department and I'm a training solicitor at LinkLaters. I studied history and politics at Durham and I graduated in 2006. I did a VAC scheme in the Christmas of my third year, came down to London for a week, met a number of partners and really enjoyed my week. It was really helpful in terms of making a decision about whether or not LinkLaters and law was going to be the right decision. I'd say LinkLaters has got a really friendly atmosphere. It's one of the things I noticed on my VAC scheme, and I think has been true throughout my training contract, is that everyone has got the time to talk to you. They're really interested in what you're doing and they're looking to support you and bring the best out of you.
Clients will only give us the best work if they think they're going to get the best service. And ultimately that means that you need to have the cleverest, the keenest, the hardest working, the best lawyers you can, and that starts right from the very beginning.
The main attraction of LinkLaters when I was looking around all the different law firms was the breadth of the different practices. So LinkLaters seemed very different to other law firms in that it had strength in any different area you might want to go into.
It's really exciting knowing that the cases that you're working on are the cases which are on the front page of the newspapers, and that's both in terms of the pure litigation that we do and also the transactional support that we get involved in when there's a litigation angle to a commercial transaction.
I think in 2 years you learn quite a lot. So your first day on the job, you're pretty fresh, you don't know where the coffee machine is, but your principal, the people you work for, are very sympathetic to that and they recognise that you're new. Alison Wilson is my current principal in litigation. I've been sitting with her for about 4 months now.
I think the relationship between a trainee and a principal is very much a sort of two-way street. As a trainee, you're there to help the principal deliver the work and the product that the client needs. I've just done a massive trial and it was a great help having the trainee there. But the principal in turn is there to make sure that the trainee gets the development that they need. You need to make sure that they've had exposure to research and all the different aspects of a trainee's work.
There's a culture of supporting each other, of being available, whether it's as a partner offering your experience to someone or it's a fellow trainee who just needs a bit of a hand on something and you all just pitch in and get the job done. The types of cases we work on are so big, so complex and so challenging that you can only work in teams.
You do get given plenty of responsibility and I think if you're up to the challenge, it's responsibility's there to be taken. I'm in the litigation department at the moment. Yesterday, for example, I started the day working on a pro bono matter for the Cambodian Centre for Human Rights. I then spoke to my principal about the project that we're working on at the moment and how that had been going while she'd been on holiday. I then ended the day doing some research into international shipping law. So really varied work and you never know what you're going to get.
Trainees really do have global opportunities at LinkLaters. Most of our trainees who want to will spend time in one of our overseas offices.
The real highlight of my training contract so far has been the 6 months I spent in Tokyo. It was just a brilliant opportunity. I'm very glad to have been able to go. During my time in Tokyo, we worked on a very innovative transaction that involved getting Chinese currency to a Japanese company. It was the first time that had been done. The company had business in China and it was easier to use Chinese currency than to try and raise yen or dollars or pounds. So they raised the money directly in China. The highlight of being in Japan was getting to go and experience some of the amazing skiing up in the Northern Ireland. That was really spectacular and a real memory. I think it really stands out compared to other firms that we have so many offices globally and the firm really promotes people travelling. So if you want to go abroad and work abroad, the opportunity is absolutely there.
I've worked on cases that have taken me to Milan, Frankfurt, Moscow, Singapore, and the highlight was probably the Cayman Islands with a little trip to the beach at the end of the case, so that was great.
Other offices you might go to there's Hong Kong, Madrid, Paris, Dubai, and then there's a New York office, and the list goes on.
There's loads going on at LinkLaters, and I think in that respect it's quite like a university in many ways.
There are many different interests and clubs and societies you can get involved in outside of your normal work. Personally, I've played rugby for LinkLaters, I've been in the running club. I've yet to do a sailing event, but it's out there, it's just a matter of time.
At LinkLaters we also try and make the office a nice environment for people actually to come to work in.
The building's recently been refurbished. We have a new dining area and a new gym, both of which I use pretty much every day.
We also offer things like full-service restaurants with all completely different types of food you can go and get. There's a a wood-burning pizza oven, you can have fish and chips on Friday, you can have sandwich bar, all that kind of thing. There's a shop, and you have to quickly go and buy a card, the shop's just around the corner. The whole purpose of it is to make people's lives a bit easier and to make it a more pleasurable experience actually coming to work. I actually like working here. I enjoy the company of my partners, my colleagues, the associates, the trainees. I enjoy the work I do. The type of work I do, I probably wouldn't be able to get at many other firms, if any other firms.
Well, I've been really lucky. I've had a really varied career at LinkLaters. I came to LinkLaters on an open day, and I thought this is a really friendly, welcoming firm, and I thought this was somewhere where I would really fit in, and I have to say I think I made the right decision.
If you're interested in applying to LinkLaters, you've started in the right place by coming to presentation. So from here, I'd take the opportunity to speak to people, maybe compare it to other firms, see if what we're saying is true. If you can get onto a VAC scheme, I think that's a fantastic opportunity. You really do get to come down, get a feel for the building, for the people, for the work that's done, and then go for it. Don't be afraid. The interview process is very painless and they're really looking to get the best out of you. So I wouldn't worry and just go for it.